When people tell me they feel lost in their practice or they're not making progress, the first thing I ask is, do you keep a practice journal? Usually the answer is no. Now I get it. Keeping a journal can be a little tedious at first, but this is the number one way to make sure you stay focused, stay clear on your goals, and therefore level up your piano skills. I'm going to show you what a practice journal really is, the benefits of keeping one, and tips on journaling effectively. People think a practice journal is simply marking how long you practiced on each day and maybe writing down the pieces you practiced. But that approach doesn't really give you insight into your goals and how you're going to actually reach those goals. It doesn't capture patterns and mindsets that might be holding you back, and it doesn't foster creativity and problem solving or give an opportunity to reflect and learn from our practice sessions. So while there can be many variations to a practice journal that are effective, it's essentially a place to keep your short, mid, and long-term goals, to note what you practiced and how it went, to record what your focus will be the next day so you start off ready to go, and to elaborate on your reflections and make sense of your thoughts, frustrations, and positive moments. So what are the benefits? Well, it frees up mental bandwidth while you practice, almost like having a to-do list. If I don't keep a regular to-do list, all these things that must get completed just start to add up in my mind, and I start to feel stressed that I'll forget something and like I have an insurmountable amount of work to do, even if it's really a doable amount. I'm just not seeing everything that I need to do clearly and how I'm going to do it. Similarly, a journal increases our focus and clarity of goals and all the things we want to accomplish. When we don't take the time to clearly write out our ideas and our goals, they're often only half formed in our mind. It's very difficult to get into the step-by-step process and details without writing them down. When we consistently write down these things and how we're feeling about our practice sessions, it doesn't have to be super frou-frou, but we gain a better understanding of ourselves and thought patterns. This makes us more compassionate towards ourselves and also smarter about how we organize our goals and practice sessions to best suit our individual tendencies and set ourselves up to win. For example, maybe you're the kind of person that does better with 2 shorter sessions spaced out throughout the day. Or maybe you find that after 4 days of consistent practicing, you just really need to schedule a day off. Once you understand these things, these tendencies about yourself, you can work with your lovable idiosyncrasies and don't have to beat yourself up for not reaching this half thought out standard that you think you should live up to. With a practice journal, you can be more productive, a better problem solver, and more creative about solving those problems. When an issue is thoughtfully written out, little ideas and possible solutions are more likely to pop up in your head, kind of like a brainstorming session. Connections and associations from concept to concept are made more easily, which we know is such an important part to learning and retaining information. Journaling is a great motivator because we can look back and see how far we've truly come, either in skill, musicality, or mindset. And it gives an honest look at our progress over a certain span of time, as long as we're honest with ourselves. We can't always trust our memory of what a situation was like. Think of, a month ago in your practice session. Do you remember what you were doing, how you felt, how it was going? No. But if we write it down, we can trust the feelings, wins, and challenges that we wrote down as the truth in that moment. And even if you don't revisit every single page of your journal, it still has a benefit because you are learning so much more about yourself as you're writing. But I get it. Journaling isn't for everyone. But if you've been struggling in your practice and feeling like you're not making progress, I do encourage you to try it. And to get the most out of it, here are some tips. First, honesty with yourself is essential. This is the most important thing. Be real, but also treat yourself with kindness. The second most important thing, schedule regular reflection time. This is what makes the journal actually worth it, and this is how you learn from your practice. Start with 1 reflection time per week, maybe just 5 to 10 minutes. During this time, begin by asking yourself questions about how the week went. How productive was my practice? Do I feel like I actually made some progress? Why or why not? This reflection time is when you might amend or change your goals, which is perfectly fine to do. And also when you begin to craft your overall philosophy on music and practice and how that fits into your life. You begin to create and form your big why. Why are you doing this? Why are you learning piano? And it makes it more likely that this becomes a meaningful, lifelong journey. I suggest starting with the following routine and then adapt as suits you. Take 3 to 5 minutes before you practice to write out the day's goals, general goals, and then write 1 to 3 more goals specifically geared toward each piece or technical exercise you plan on working on. In the midst of your session, do a quick 1-minute reflection after each piece. Something like measure 2 went better than I thought, or something strange happened in measure 5, not really sure how to fix it yet, but I'll start with that tomorrow. Then immediately after you finish your entire session, take some notes about how everything went. It can be very stream of consciousness type writing, just as long as it's clear to you. You want to get clear about your most important practice tasks for tomorrow. You could even think of this like a to-do list. Work on dynamics in line 4, research rotation technique for the left hand. This ensures that you know exactly what you want and need to do before your next practice session even begins. That is how you achieve focus and efficiency. So you'll have a weekly reflection time apart from your practice where you'll think about your short and long-term goals and general mindset on practice, and then journal before each session for a couple of minutes, during, just briefly like we talked about, and then immediately after for a couple minutes again. As part of Black Friday coming up, I wanted to offer a couple of bonuses for new Piano Roadmap members. And one of those bonuses is a PDF template that you can print or just get ideas for your own handwritten practice journal. And current members will also automatically receive this PDF template. It lays out everything we've talked about today, but also offers some journaling prompts that you can ask yourself to get deeper into self-examination and reflection. And of course, it has the basics like boxes to write today's date, time spent practicing, several boxes so you can separate your notes regarding each piece within a practice session, and a place for your reflection and goal setting time. Everybody who signs up for a membership from now until Cyber Monday will automatically receive this practice journal template. And if you sign up for the annual membership, which is on sale right now for just $350 for the entire year, you'll also receive a very special piano roadmap glass. It's locally made here right in the Pacific Northwest by hand. Supplies are going to be very limited, so it's first come, first serve. Feel free to reach out with any questions about the membership or visit pianoroadmap.com for more information. So if you're struggling and not making progress, get a journal, thoughtfully write in it, reflect and learn, and 10 times your piano skills. Thanks for watching. See you next time.